Hi there, my lovelies. This is Jana here. Welcome to my kitchen. So today something you guys love. Cheese. A vegan cheese. A simpler one. Very few ingredients, 4 or 5 if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. You're gonna love it. It's a little bit different, like I said, from everything we've made. And it's a vegan mozzarella. You're going to adore it. And we're going to make this cheese using yuca. I'm using a frozen one. It's also called a mandioc. It's easy to find at the Latino section in a supermarket, frozen. Because they're quite hard and they're difficult to cook, I'm going to use a pressure cooker. I'm going to cook them for 12 minutes in the pressure cooker. He's not gonna stop, so we're gonna carry on. But if you don't have a pressure cooker, no problem. You can cook it, and then how long, I don't know. It depends on how big they are or how many you have in a pot, or several variables. But you keep sticking a knife or a fork into it, and once you see that, like a potato, that your knife or your fork goes through easily, it's ready, okay? And then we're going to blend it along with water. The thing about the yuca, the mandioc, it's stretchy because it has some different type of starch. So it automatically, you'll see when you blend it that it's already stretchy, okay? So it's genius. Potatoes are a little bit, but not as much. They're a little bit more fibrous and they stretch beautifully. Please, if you can, do not substitute it for potatoes because the taste is going to be a little bit different. Totally different, not so neutral, but the yuca is something else. Okay, hear me out. The intention of this channel and what I want to do is to make your life easier, okay? And sometimes here and there, I know that I'm gonna come up with a little bit of a exotic ingredient, but those ingredients that I'm going to present to you, if it's your first time watching the channel, first of all, thank you. If you're a returning subscriber, you know what I'm talking about very. It's going to be the sour starch and the sweet starch. Now, what happens with those two? They are going to add more stretchiness, very different than adding tapioca starch, for example, and I don't know, potato starch. Those are very, like I said, because the yuca is very fibrous and has this different type of starch, it's going to melt and stretch even more, okay? The sweet starch, it adds more of a stretchiness, but the sour starch, it adds this zing, this cheesy taste, a little bit tart, because it's fermented. You're going to use it for more recipes because it can substitute another type of starch. However, if I were you, I would reserve it to make cheeses, because once you make cheese, instead of adding tapioca starch, instead of adding potato starch and cornstarch, you use that, okay? So if you're a cheesemaker or you're falling in love with the art of making vegan cheese, that is going to come handy for you. Now we mix it around very well. Only once everything is mixed through, then you're gonna turn on the heat. Medium-low. And now we're going to stir it. It's not gonna be a long time until it looks like this. Grease a mold. Cover it and put it in the fridge. And then a very important step. We are going to remove it from that container. We're going to put it on a plate and we're going to put just like that in the fridge, because I want it to get that little skin that cheese has sometimes. This is going to be so delicious once you make it a grilled cheese, trust me, okay? So 24 hours or more, and ready. This is a versatile cheese. Have you noticed that I didn't put any sour starch? Scratch that, we put sour starch. Have you noticed that I haven't put any nutritional yeast or any pickles or any olive brine? No sir, no ma'am, because I want this cheese to be like a mozzarella. And a proper mozzarella is Poppy, quiet. It's mild, okay? Has this cheese taste, because it's important, because it's cheese, but it is mild. And here you have it. So it's been on the fridge. Woo! You can see. It's been on the fridge for almost 2 days. Delicious. Then after that, if you want to, maximum 48 hours in the fridge like that, okay? Then you put it in the container again and then you cover, because we don't want the cheese to taste like fridge. We don't want that. I love my job, I love my job, I love my job. I love my job. So this is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Comment below how much you love it and why, what will you use this for. I automatically thought of lasagna. Vegan butter in cheeses, it's important because the solids in the vegan butter, it's going to make this golden crust that we love so much and crave. I hope to see you next week. Have a wonderful time. See you. Bye-bye.